So it has been a long time. I always say this and I always apologize it's been so long, but kind of my biggest thing is I never know what you guys want me to talk about. So I've been lately getting a lot of requests, which has definitely helped. It's kind of hard to work up, find time and energy to do a video when you think, why am I doing this? Nobody's going to watch it. But if I know it's something that you guys want to hear, definitely I'll make time to do it. So if there are things you'd like me to talk about, feel free to send it in a message here or on Tumblr or anything like that, because I would love to help out and just tell you guys what you'd like to hear. So my number one most requested topic has been doing another guest moments part 2. And I titled the first one part 1 because I fully intended to do more stories. Like I showed you back then, I can't find my other journal right now, but it's okay. I kept journals while I was there just because I knew that it was going to be hard, it was going to be tough work, but I wanted to keep track of every single thing that happened and all the blessings that I had while I was there. And I just went back, and I don't ever go back and watch my videos again because it's weird, but I went back and watched the last one I did so that I didn't do any repeats of any stories, and I think I did about 3, so I'll find a different little selection. And I'm going to post another video after this where I'm sitting in the same place and wearing the same shirt, so I'm just going to make 2 in a row. The next one that I post will be about kind of like life updates, and this is for those of you who don't care about that and actually just want to hear about Disney. So, going through my little journal, like at the end of every day, like I would just write like a bullet points of like cute things that happened, and I'm like skimming through this and I say, I hated that was so frustrating. So I'm like, what happened? Oh, there was a mean girl. She was being mean. So, one of my favorite memories ever, I have 2 of my favorite ones ever, which I will share, and then one that's just kind of funny. One of my favorite ones ever, I was hanging out with Mickey at Town Square Theater, and the premise, for those of you who haven't been there, is that Mickey is having a magic show, and so it's designed to look like his dressing room. So when people come in, he's got, his wardrobe with his tuxedo and everything, and he's got a dove in a cage, and her name's Joyce. And the whole time, you hear Joyce making noises. Well, it's one of those optical illusion kind of things where the curtain on the cage with Joyce in it, if it's closed one way, you can see Joyce, and then if you open it the other way, Joyce is gone. And so it was the last family of the day, and the kids were probably 8 and 5. There were 2 little boys, and they were saying, they kept telling their parents, Mickey does magic, look, he does magic. And of course, Mickey's demonstrating and showing all this magic stuff that he has and pointing at things, and they were like, Mickey, do you really know how to do magic? And of course the parents were trying to, set them up and say, oh no, Mickey's, gotta get ready for his show. He's, he can't do magic right now. So I 1 second, and I, had Mickey gesture to the attendant and show them Joyce's cage, hoping that they would kind of understand what's going on. So Mickey did his big, had the curtain parted so you could see Joyce, and so I, had the kids stand over there and showed them Joyce, and then I closed the curtain and did, blah, 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 opened it up, Joyce is gone. And those kids, they just freaked out. Mickey did magic, and they, oh my gosh, Mickey did disappear, oh my gosh. And of course, Mickey took a big bow, the parents, everybody was clapping, and so then, of course, they were going, can you make her reappear? Can she come back? Of course, Mickey does his abracadabra stuff, and Joyce is back, and those kids had to be, pried away by the family. And I think it was so touching because the 8-year-old, that's kind of at the cusp of, either they're going to believe it or they're not. And he totally went away. He believed it. He just saw Mickey made the dove disappear and reappear. And that was so sweet to just see that, you just, watched 2 people believe in magic before your eyes. And even the parents, for that matter, even if they knew how it was done, seeing their kids believe in magic was magical for them. So that was definitely one of my favorite moments. And Mickey went off, and his attendant were like, "Oh, that was so cute! Look what we did! We did such a good job!" So that was a lot of fun. My other favorite story that apparently my boyfriend hadn't heard like until a month ago, and he saw a Tumblr posting that I made, and he thought someone else had written it. He's like, "This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Did Donald ever act like that when you were hanging out with him?" I was like, "Babe, I wrote this. Like, I was hanging out with Donald," and he just died laughing. He had no idea. But whenever you're hanging out with Donald, you're sort of told that he is the flirt. Like, he just loves the ladies. He is number one. He's pompous. He's egotistical. Like, he's awesome. So every time you're hanging out with Donald, you're kissing the ladies on the, he's kissing the ladies' hands and, just being very suave. And everybody's loving him. And every now and then Donald would pretend to, like, walk off with one of the wives, and sometimes, push the husband out of the picture and that kind of stuff. So Donald was always being really, really cute. And every attendant, every guest, everybody goes, "Oh, I'm going to tell Daisy." And, it gets kind of old, Daisy apparently has been letting Donald get away with it for like 80 years, so, There was one night where I was hanging out with Donald at Storybook Circus, and I may have described it, I may not have, but those of you who haven't gotten a chance to go, it's in a big circular circus tent, and across the girls over there, so Minnie and Daisy, and then across from Minnie is Donald, and across from Daisy is Goofy. So there's two separate lines. You line up to see the boys, and then you have to go line up to see the girls. So, diagonal from Donald is Daisy. So I'm hanging out with Donald. It's late at night, and you have a little bit more freedom then because there's less people in the lines, and you can kind of play with them. And so Donald had a guest. It was a very nice-looking woman in her 20s, and, everybody's going, "Oh, I'm going to tell Daisy. And all of a sudden, I just hear, "Daisy, no, Daisy, come back. So I look over, Daisy is bolting, like, through the lines, like, diagonally, and then there's, like, a partition in the middle, like a wooden partition. She gets, and, like, photopass and the attendants are, like, trying to, like, they're like, Daisy, you came over there," and she is mad. She is, like, you can tell she is just sassy. She is not having it. She was saying, "I saw my man trying to hit on this woman, and that was not okay with me," and she was sassy. So, of course, Donald's like, and trying to like scramble and like get behind the curtain, and Goofy sees what's going on. Goofy freaks out, and so Goofy's trying to like help get Donald into the curtain, and so, oh boy, they both like peek out, and so like Donald's at the bottom, like Goofy's on the top, and they close. Donald's like trying to sneak away, thinking he's home free, and all of a sudden, there's just this hand, and Daisy standing right there, just sassy. So finally they get her back to her spot, but like all the rest of the night, just kind of shuffling and waving to Daisy, and just, ooh, it was so great, because it was hilarious. It was just one of those times Daisy finally just got fed up after all day, every day of Donald flirting with other women. So that was probably one of my favorite stories that just, like, freaked out. Another one I thought was cute was I was also hanging out with Donald at Storybook Circus, and there was this little boy, and Donald was, like, turned away, like, waving at a family, and a little boy had come up behind Donald and was doing this. And so when Donald turned around and saw him, like, pretended to get scared, the little kid went, Donald, I'm not trying to be scary. I was just playing a joke." And it was the cutest thing. So of course I'm just like, "I just love you. I just want to take you away." So that kid was so cute. So every now and then my boyfriend and I go, "Donald, I was just playing a joke." So cute. Like I said, I've got plenty of them. A lot of them through here just... There was a guy who brought a baby picture of him and Mickey. He was probably in his 30s, and he, like, brought a baby picture. He was like, "Mickey, look, this is me and you." So you get cute moments like that. But, yeah, so that was just kind of one of my, another video about things that have happened. If you guys like these, if you want them, want more of them, just let me know. And like I said, I've got 2 whole notebooks full, and I will definitely try and pull some noteworthy ones out of there. But I hope you guys are having a lovely summer. I've still been in classes, but if you guys do want to care, if you do care about other things in my life, I will upload another video a little later today, so you can continue to watch that.